How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Emnix Plays Path of Exile Bestiary League. Another day, another hour, another dollar. I don't know how it goes. I mean, last time around we got into maps. You know, you saw some of the maps that we did. Nothing has changed particularly about the build. Maybe I got some more gear. Honestly, I can't even remember. Most of the pieces look the same. So that is still good. In terms of... Yeah. Last time we also picked up Point Blank as well, right? So I have Point Blank. It gives me more damage at the start of my movement. And it actually seems to work pretty well with my build overall. I did switch over to Shrapnel Shot over Barrage. You know, Shrapnel Shot is a high enough level that it's starting to look like it has decent DPS. So I've been playing with that a little bit. I don't know if it's better than Barrage per se, but it seems to be working pretty well. So let's do another map. Ashen Woods. I guess I haven't done this one yet. So remember that, you know, starting from yellow maps and above, in order to get the completion bonus, you have to run a rare map. Reflect physical damage, poison on hit, less effect on curses, many totems. It should be okay. I did a little bit of redecoration on my hideout. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit of stuff to make it look a little cooler. I got the larger hideout, which means I managed to invite all the masters to my hideout, you know, have a nice party going. Elrion is now level 7, which is pretty nice. Hopefully I can get everyone to level 7 so we can get a little bit more in terms of crafting. But yeah, that's basically where we're at. Probably the next thing I want to do is to upgrade the chest armor, like I said. Tabula Rasa is really nice. It's an easy 6-link. But then you got to think about it in terms of survivability, and that's probably the next part that I need to really think about. 4,500 HP is okay for now, but I'm sure it's gonna get... Like, I'm still getting one shot at times, or if I'm not careful, I can still die to bosses. So you can kind of see, you know, Shrapnel Shot does a decent amount of damage. Seems to be doing okay for me. And then Lightning Arrow, even on a 4-link, it's definitely doing fine. Okay, there is a breach here, but I want to clear out the area just in case I don't get any nasty surprises from like a totem. So over the weekend, it was the Easter weekend, and it was April 1st. It was April Fool's Day. And GGG went full out this year with regards to, you know, some actual content for April Fools. What they did was they released a Path of Exile Battle Royale mode for a single day. Unfortunately, I was only able to play a couple games. I was never one to, you know, truly enjoy the Battle Royale stuff. So I gave it a try, gave it a fair shake, and I was like, you know what? It was fun for the first 20 minutes, and then I was like, I'm going to go back to playing PoE. But for those of you who did play, I mean, did you enjoy it? What did you think of the mode? I know that there are some people on my friends list, it was like, this person has gone online. This person has gone offline. This person has gone online. Like, you know, every literally like 40 seconds, I'm like, okay, this person's playing Battle Royale right now, clearly. Wait, that was the boss? I thought that was just a random rogue exile. Okay, well, guess we cleared the map. But yeah, like even on a 4-link, definitely Lightning Arrow is doing really well. There's actually a lot of stuff on this map. There's an Abyss, there's a Breach. So yeah, we can kind of tank stuff, but you can see once we get surrounded, our damage gets bad again. So gotta be careful there. Oh, don't make me run into the breach. Woo! Okay. All right. I mean, abyss mobs are still pretty rippy, I would say. This is like a big abyss. Normally, I only see like 1 or 2 stages. Oh, this one's dangerous. It's like a lot of packs. I don't know what's going on. I think it's over. Ooh, okay, that was exciting. Oh, I thought that was a 6 link for a second.
That would only slow me down.
Oh, okay. So that's complete. I think there's enough space to do the breach. Let's open up this area a little bit further. The only thing I'm really worried about is the totem. Because they could get like a lot of damage from it, but if they don't have any totems, there's no auras around. I'm really not that worried. I don't think breaches can kill me just because we have really good AoE. Obviously, you never know though. Alright, let's open it up. So admittedly, as you can clearly tell, we don't clear maps that quickly. Oh, we can just shoot from here, huh? Oh, but then we won't see the breach hands. What a small map. This breach is tiny.
I'm not up to that just yet.
There's nothing here. Where are the mobs? Huh.
That would only slow me down.
And those are Chayula as well. Okay, well at least let's get the splinters. Got a gambling card. There's a whole bunch of nothing. I'm actually kind of disappointed there. Got a jewel. A chance orb. Another jewel. Wait, what's that jewel? Fragile bloom. Okay. Is that it? Feels bad, man. Got no drops. Imbued wand, maybe? Okay, whatever. I mean, there's still 50 monsters remaining on the map. But yeah, at this level, clearing maps really isn't that bad. Yes, every now and then you will die. I have had my fair share number of deaths at this point. And I'm under no illusion that, you know, at any point I'm gonna die any less. I would say every 4 to 5 maps I experience a death. A lot of times from my own stupidity, like I would get greedy, you know. It's like, oh, the boss he's at 10% health. Let's just stick it out instead of maybe like running away, getting a little bit of leech. I believe there was one map that I ran into. It was double boss, and Hast was in there as well. So the Beyond boss, and then there was also a legendary beast, and that was like one of the most butt clench moments that I've had all league. And it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to record it because it was actually like a really tough fight. I died once because I didn't know what was going on, and then after I started playing carefully, you know, eventually, just, you know, with the benefit of being a ranged hero, or a ranged character, you know, you get to hit them from afar, and you know, you run around, you dodge, you hit them, you throw some arrows, you keep going. It was like a 3-4 minute long fight. We managed to get through it, so it kind of shows, you know, as long with Deadeyes and Rangers in general, or bow users, you kind of just have to rely on your evasion. You can't face tank them, which is what I'm just so used to, really. You know, I get lazy, and then if you just, you know, not focus for just a second, your character's gonna die. So but yeah, so if you play carefully, you can probably do pretty fine with this character, but unfortunately, I do have my moments where I zone out, and that's where I get caught every time. So that's basically been the progress of my character so far. Actually, I've been enjoying this league a lot. Maybe it's just as a result of not playing for a while, but
Stay sane.
I've been having a lot of fun. Now, admittedly, I haven't been as evolved or as involved as I would like to be with regards to the actual bestiary recipes and so on. Growing agony. It's a Viper Strike. I use it every now and then, like I last mentioned, and I don't know, like I don't know if there's a recipe I truly want. I always have like too good to use syndrome. It's like, you know what? I'll wait a bit longer until I can find like a good base, and then I'll use my recipes. But then I just end up forgetting, you know. But as we're unlocking higher eye level like captures, I'm starting to like unlock better recipes as well. So hopefully over time I'll be able to use these recipes. Like, I think there's sort of like a break even. Why do I have a rare wolf? I think there's a break even somewhere where it's like, if you use a recipe by itself, it just feels bad. Like, it feels like crap. But if you use it, you know, with a high base, you have a higher chance. It is like, you know, double gated RNG. Like, that is true. You know, there's RNG from trying to roll a good base, and then there's RNG from trying to roll like good mods. And then there are so many different mods that all of them have to be good, right? So maybe it's better to try and limit it so that, you know, you're not forced to, even if you get good mods, maybe as long as you put in a good base, you'll be fine, you know? So that's why I'm always waiting for like, okay, let's wait for like a good... Oh, I refuse. This one's okay. Let's wait for a good base before we do any of the bestiary stuff, because that means you get to remove like a bit of the RNG. I don't know. But I have so many beasts at this point. You know, I've been capturing them willy-nilly, really. Maybe it would be a good idea to do a little bit of crafting. I don't know, man. Craig Vassal. Anyways, Underground River, I mean, we have time for another map. I hear the density here is pretty good. I mean, as you can clearly tell, I've never done the Underground River. But so far so good, right? There are freaking Ursa bears, which is kind of annoying, or the jump bears.
You there. A moment ago.
Assassinate the target. Okay. I mean, so far so easy, right? Really, I feel like I'm not gonna get into real trouble until I get into red maps. That's kind of the feeling I'm starting to get. I don't know if it's like a feeling of like I'm starting to get cocky or what, but as my character is like slowly progressing, getting more levels, getting more deeps, as I get more links, especially in my gear, like I had thought that at this point it's like, all right, it's the end of my character. It's dying way too much. Maybe it's time to re-roll and play something else. But after doing a couple maps, like we've been clearing really well, and even against boss mobs that are hard to handle, I don't think there have been that many bosses where I just straight up go, you know what? Can't kill him. Can't do it. You just can't. You know, let's just cut our losses and move on to the next map. I don't think that's ever happened. And I remember in the past, with other characters, it's like I was doing a red map and it's like I can't kill this boss. Like literally, it's impossible. You can't kill him. You can't do it. So the fact that we're not at that stage yet, you know, it gives me a little bit of relief. What's this? Oh, Agnerod West. Satima's Touch. Okay, let's keep going. So this is a eye level 74 map. I'm sure we can do better. And one thing that I haven't mentioned at all this episode is the fact that while we were offline, we were able to spread a little bit of Elder influence. So as you can see, I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 maps in the Elder influence. Now, for those of you, I'm not even too sure how it works, but from what I've seen, Elder influence just spreads over time as you do maps. So it'll spread outwards until it gets to a Shaper location, or like until it's joined next to a Shaper influence map, in which case they'll start fighting and Shaper might take over. I'm not too sure. But basically I find that the bounds are based on where the Shaper maps are at. So as you can see, there's a Shaper map here, 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 which is why it's not spreading outwards anymore. So if I were to do a Shaper map, I believe the Elder automatically wins and it takes over this area. Once you cover up something like 15 to 16 areas with Elder influence, I think the Elder and his guardians will appear. Now apparently it's best to try and do this in red zones. That's one method. So one method is to get 15 red maps, or yellow maps at least, influence with the Elder, so that you can get high level Elder bases. Another method you can do is to do something called the Elder Ring, which is to create a ring in a circle like this, but not join it fully. Make an incomplete ring and then have 2 maps in between. And basically what will happen is apparently the ring will never break if you do it properly. So you can continuously run Elder maps on that ring. You have to do a little bit of maintenance every now and then. I don't really get it. I kind of do. But it is hard to explain. So I think this league we're not going to bother with this Elder Ring stuff, because in order to do Elder Rings, first of all, you need to be spending a lot of money doing specific maps. And additionally, you need to have done those maps. And as you can tell, we've only done 53 out of 157. By the time we're even thinking about Elder Rings, the league will probably be over. Instead, I'm gonna do my best to just try and spawn the Elder and his guardians, just so we can have some like extra content to do, you know. That's probably the plan. And in the future, if we get better at, you know, if we have a character that runs maps faster, which admittedly probably isn't gonna happen for a while, considering the fact that, you know, this is probably one of the faster map clearing characters that I've had in a while. But nonetheless, in the future, we can consider doing this Elder Ring stuff. To me, it's still a little bit complicated. I kind of want to see what other people are doing. And who knows, like maybe by next league it's going to get changed or nerfed or whatever. It's possible, really. Oh god. Oh god. This dude got Tormented. It's Warlord script, so that's not that bad, but still. That's annoying. Alright, we good.
That would only slow me down.
You hunt well.
Okay. In other news, actually, do I have other news? I suppose not. No, I mean, I've just been playing PoE. I was thinking, I'm like, there are some other games that I do want to play and I do want to record, but you know what? At this point in time, I'm just... It's a nice breath of fresh air. I've been enjoying myself a lot these days. I don't know what it is. Like, in terms of league mechanics, there isn't anything too special about this league. I mean, you do get nice drops every now and then when you do see like a yellow beast, right? Like, they do have increased quantity. I think people have been a little bit, like, dare I say, like a little spoiled from the past leagues, just because, you know, you've had Abyss, you've had Harbinger, Breach, what else did you have? Like Legacy. Like, you had all these little league mods that just gave you free quantity and gave you free drops. Oh my god. And now that it's gone, it's like, I think some people, if you just came to this league maybe maybe in the last year or two, you're kind of used to all that, which I think is why people have been complaining so much about Bestiary. Yes, it is true, you know, that the league mechanics are a little bit too obscure. Like, my one complaint would be, like, I want to do the recipe stuff, but I don't know which beasts are useful. Like, I can't actively get excited about capturing a beast because I have no idea what he's gonna do for me, you know. So that's one thing where I'm like, you know what, I wish they would work on that a little bit more. I've been hearing a lot of complaints about like, in general, like, this league is just harder to get stuff, and you can clearly tell with, you know, everybody apparently at the beginning of the league, they're getting smaller drops. They're not getting as many alchemy orbs. Like, people were trying really hard to just trade in alks instead of chaos. Like, alks were 2 for 1 this league in Bestiary standard for the longest time. I'm not sure if they still are, but you know, that kind of shows that, you know, not enough alks are dropping, or people are spending way too many alks. I can't say for sure. But, you know, that's just a result of, you know, lower drops. It's not a shadow nerf. I don't think it's anything like that. Just the league mechanics didn't have as much quantity this league. And honestly, I'm fine with that, because what it did enable was, this league enabled the solo self-found players by a lot. And for me, like, I'm not a solo self-found player, but I kind of play like one, to be honest. Like, I don't trade as much as I should. For the most part, I try to find my items, and it's only when I hit a real wall in terms of defense or offense that I try to do trades, or if I'm trying to do something that's build enabling, right? Like, I got curious, like, should I run Chinsel? Like, maybe with Point Blank and Chinsel, or I picked up Point Blank, I might as well pick up Chinsel, right? Stuff like that. I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna wait till I farm a Chinsel. I'm gonna go buy one. But you know, this talisman, you can craft talismans with Bestiary. That's amazing. You can get prophecies with Bestiary. That's pretty cool too. I ran a lot of Bestiary recipes, you know, as I was leveling up, to try and get you know, some helmets with double resistance and hopefully some life, like boots that, you know, don't suck or have movement speed or whatever, right? So I think in terms of the leveling curve, Bestiary has done some really good things. Unfortunately, my only problem is just it's so unintuitive. As a new player, I can totally see, you know, people are like, don't put Bestiary into the base game. Like, it's already difficult enough, and I understand that. You know, you can totally you can totally see how a new player coming into the league, they're like, okay, there's all this cool stuff. There are beasts. What are beasts? Oh, I have to capture all these, you know, capture all these beasts or whatever. I don't know what they do. Okay, now I have to go figure out recipes. There is a lot to learn, and there is a sense of, you know, too good to use. It's like, okay, I would like to use these bestiary recipes, but what if I'm missing out on an opportunity for something better because I'm using it now, right? So a lot of people end up hoarding their beasts, and then they get to a late game and they end up like never using it. That's like a legitimate problem, I think. And additionally, you know, people are complaining about, oh, you know, I don't see the point of having, what was it, like 11 different nets. Oh, this is double boss. Uh-oh. How much damage do they do? Okay, this is the part that you have to be concerned about, because when they drop... Ooh. Oh god. And they're in rage, right? Okay, I think we should use a Chinsel for this. Like, Chinsel actually does a lot more damage. Does it? Kind of feels like it. Okay, we got one. Got the other. But yeah, people are like, oh, you know, what's the point of having like 20 different nets? That's so stupid. That's why I shouldn't go into, you know, there's like so many. How many tiers are there actually? It's like 11 or 12 different tiers of nets. And then there's like over 100 or 200 beasts, right? And it's like, oh, like there's no point. Like it's so confusing. It's so unintuitive. So with the nets, I can agree with. What's the point of having so many nets, right? I think GGG wanted to feel like there's some progression involved with the nets. And then so you don't get like too good to use syndrome once again. But with the drop rate of nets, it was like I could use it whenever the heck I wanted to. Like because they reduced the price of nets, like look, I have 71 nets. I'm never gonna like run out of this stuff, right? So if you just make one type of nets, maybe even two, like one for under level 60, maybe 65 before maps, and then, or one for under level 68, one for after 68, so one before maps, one after maps, I think that'd be good enough, right? You know, some people are saying like, what's the point? It's cluttering my inventory. That I can understand too. Maybe you got to do something so it doesn't clutter up the inventory as much. But like definitely Bestiary is something that should be going into the standard league mechanics. This should definitely roll into it. You know, I would say that in terms of solo self-found and making your own recipes and sort of starting to get introduced to crafting, I would say Bestiary is actually really good. You don't have to invest your currency in order to, you know, get a little bit of extra RNG. Like a lot of people are saying, it's one of those things where you could ignore the mechanics, but I think if you wanted to play in a league where, you know, you don't get as much as you normally do, the Bestiary stuff can definitely be useful. You know, just the act of rolling uniques could be good. I know in a trading league, a lot of times, like 9 times out of 10, 9.9 times out of 10, chances are you're gonna get a shit unique. But for those like 0.1 times where you can get a good unique, a unique that actually enables your build, I think you're gonna feel a lot of reward for that. So I don't know, like I think it deserves to be there. I wish they would condense it a little, and if not, there has to be something. You know, maybe put item filters. Maybe I can like put stars around the recipes I'm interested in, and then when I see a beast, you know, when you think of what game was it, Fallout 4? If you had recipes you're interested in, you can star those recipes, and then when you see that material, the material will be highlighted with a star or something like that. I think even that would be like really good. That way, when I see a beast, I can go, you know what, I definitely need to capture this guy, or I definitely need, you know, these rares or these kinds of, you know, whatever. And then maybe you can put item filters or something like that around the beast, you know, highlight those beasts. That'll give like players an idea. It's like, okay, I should be capturing this. These ones, maybe not so much. And then from there, you know, there needs to be some UI tweaks. I admit, you know, that to be true. So looking at our maps, 1, Oh my god, what's happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if we do a 15th map, so this is something that I've been wondering for a while now. Like if I were to do a jungle valley, right? So this is probably the last map that we're doing. Probably. If I did a jungle valley and we cleared this one, so therefore we, you know, end up with 15 maps, that's Elder influence. Does the Elder show up? Like I've never gotten that far before, so I'm actually kind of curious. Let's try to clear this map real quick and see what happens. Oh my god. That hurt. You know, one thing that I've definitely learned from this experience playing this character is like, with Rangers, even if you have high evasion or whatever it is you have, definitely you cannot... Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what character you play in. You cannot neglect life. Life or effective life or whatever you want to call it, right? Life, energy shield. You cannot neglect that base HP pool. Because with evasion, for example, sure, you have a lot of evasion, and like with that evasion, if you think about, you know, your effective HP, a lot of times you're not taking that much damage, but the one hit that you do take, you need to survive it. Right? You need to survive that one hit so that, you know, as you're evading other hits, you have enough time to leech back your life. And that was the one problem that I was facing, you know, a few levels ago, where I only had, you know, maybe 3.8k HP, you know, maybe 4k. Even now at 4.5, it feels a little low, right? Like I need to have enough life to survive the one big hit, and I need to have enough time to regen or to leech back the rest of that life. So one thing you really cannot neglect, and I'm sure we all knew this deep down inside, unless you're a new player. If you've been playing PoE long enough, you know that it's about, you know, path of life nodes, really. But playing a ranger, I mean, for the longest time we were trying to play tanky characters, and you know, as a result of playing tanky characters, I never had damage. So I always like, oh, you gotta get all the crit, all the damage you can. But with this character, it's like, okay, if I neglect any life, we're playing a Deadeye, so just having the ascendancy means you're gonna have lots of attack speed, lots of damage, you know. Yeah, man, neglecting life is the one thing that you can't do.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Hey. So this is the one with the spider, right? This used to be a tier 1 map. This is confusing, man. So yeah, we gotta make sure we have a decent life pool so that when we get surrounded and everyone hits us and we can't evade, what do we do? So I'm using Chinsel right now. It's not working as well as I thought it would. I guess it's kind of working.
You reek of imperfection.
Oh god, what's gonna happen? Two bosses. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. You know what? Let's switch back to Lightning Arrow. We need to clear out the trash. Woo! It hurts. Oh my god. So like I said, you know, when it gets really busy, oh my god. As long as I have the leech and I have the life pool to survive these big hits and I don't get one shot, for the most part, I'll be okay. But in the past, because I had such a small life pool, when I get hit by these things, like one hit and I'm dead. At least I can leech it back now. And before I was using Poacher's Mark, so I even had like a little bit of, you know, life gain on hit. Now I have elemental weakness attached to my to my Frenzy Curse on hit. So I don't even get the, you know, defensive benefits of that skill. But I'm still doing okay, so having that increased damage, having the increased life, having more leech, having more HP, definitely made it a lot easier for me to map. Okay, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Why is it 14 again? Didn't I just do a Jungle Valley? The cage got taken over. Oh my god, this is annoying. Okay, well, I thought that I would be able to spawn the Elder this way, but apparently you need to do a little bit more work. But hey, the good news for that is we're going to be doing a lot of Shaper maps probably in the next few episodes, and hopefully we get some decent Shaper items. And, you know, even if you get crappy Shaper items, I never feel too bad about it, especially given the fact that I think if you sell a full set of Shaper items, you get Exalt Shards, which isn't too bad, I guess. Apparently that's a new recipe from this league. If you sell a full set of yellow Shaper items, you get Exalt Shards. And if you get them un-ID'd, I think you get 4 Exalt Shards, otherwise you get 2. Pretty excited about that. Alright, there's still more than 50 monsters remaining, so I mean, we're not done this map just yet. Still more than 50.
That would only slow me down.
That's okay. Monsters remaining. I just want to clear up the map, you know. Feels like a waste to finish with only a few mobs remaining. At the same time, I don't want to waste my time. There we go. I think this is it. 2 monsters remaining. Excuse me? Okay, well, I can't find them, so that's that. I was really hoping to see the Elder. I mean, that's a mechanic that I still haven't really fully played through. That's kind of disappointing. Oh well, hopefully next time around we'll be able to see him and fight him. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, as always, you can leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more updates in the future. Otherwise, good luck. Stay safe. I'll see you guys soon.